Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tonight's video is clearly, as you can tell from the title, is going to be a spa night chit chat video, and I'm so excited about it because it's been a long time since we actually had one, including the GOAT of face masks, in my opinion, obviously. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know that I have always had a burning love passion for these face masks from Female Feeling Beautiful. This is not sponsored. None of my content on my YouTube is. This is just me telling you, human being to human being, I love this product and I have loved it for a long time. My skin loved these masks, and so that's why I'm so excited to try it again and have it on camera and to sit down and just relax, enjoy this Friday night of quiet, peace and quiet. Little one's upstairs playing her video games. She's big into Minecraft and all that right now, so that's what she's doing. My husband is out for the weekend doing a guy's trip, having a great time, hopefully in Hampton Beach. I am here in my office and I'm very happy and very excited to be doing this. And so without further ado, let's just get into today's video. Actually, before I get started, one of the things I wanted to do in my last video that I wasn't able to because of all the technical difficulties was talk about a makeup look that I created, I think my first video back. I'll put a picture of it up here somewhere for you. But I created this like really pretty neon purplish lavendery lilac color on my eyes, and I had a couple questions about it, so I wanted to just chit chat about the palette that I used to get the makeup look. So that palette is the Dark Dreamscape palette. This is from a brand called Bella Beauty. I did find this brand on TikTok. Now, I am someone who honestly doesn't trust a lot of what I see on TikTok. I am very weary about ordering from like smaller brands, mom and pop brands, like up and coming brands. I have my own reasons for it, but when I saw the color story to this palette, I really wanted to get it. And so I did. Now, here's one thing that I will say about this. The palette is great. I was able to use it with no problem. The blendability is there. The color payoff is beautiful. I mean, the swatches, I can do a couple swatches if you want. You can see the color punch. It's great. And the color story is to die for. The only thing that I can tell you, despite all those positive things, is I don't think it's worth $78, which I think that's what the price tag was. $78. I cannot tell you in good faith that I think you should buy this palette for that price tag. Do you need this palette to get this makeup look? No. I can tell you right now, there are quite a few dupes for a lot of the shades in here, which is a topic we're going to discuss in tonight's video. This is the palette that I used to get that makeup look. If you are interested in it, this is not sponsored. I make no commission off any sales of this palette. I will have a link down below for those of you who are genuinely interested in picking it up if you like what you see. Now, speaking of dupes, Charlotte Tilbury. Oh my goodness. Where do we start with this? Because I feel like Charlotte Tilbury is one of those brands that, quite frankly, I can confidently say, outside of their lipsticks and outside, what was it? There was another product from Charlotte Tilbury that everyone was talking about. I think it was a blush. I really have not checked in on any Charlotte Tilbury products ever. I can tell you I have used them. My Beautea has quite a few of the lipsticks, and so I have been able to try them, but I don't think they're anything to write home about personally, especially given, like I said about the palette that I just showed you guys, there are a lot of dupes that perform equally as good as them, if not better than they do. And so let's talk about this video.
You dupe the consumer. That's not the quality and formula that you're going to get these amazing performance that empowers people to look and feel that way. So if you can do it, try, baby, try, darling. It's on. The game is on. But I have not seen it yet.
In a time where people don't have that much money and they think they can get a sort of Charlotte Tilbury-esque look for a fraction of the price, why wouldn't they buy that product?
Because you just said it, an esque look. It's not Charlotte Tilbury, and it's not the product, and it's not performing the way that my products do. I have looked at those dupes and they do not. So by the way, if I could do them for those prices, I would.
When I first saw this video, I was confused about why dupes continue to be such a hot topic of discussion. And then I realized it's because people like Charlotte Tilbury, who you just saw on screen, she is a brand owner of a very successful, I feel like a high-end brand, and I can see why it would piss her off that there are brands in the drugstore that are creating products that give a Charlotte Tilbury-esque, as she mentions in the video, look for less. One of the things that I've realized about, and I've kind of mentioned this in my video about influencers, I guess I can kind of extend my feelings towards brand owners who are so far removed from any like level of reality where we are worried about bills and how to get bills paid when it needs to be paid and all these things. I mean, we have so many things that we have to worry about that these people don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? So with her saying what she said, people took that as her being very obviously unrelatable. Some of us do have to worry about the prices that we are paying for certain products that we may love buying, but we are in a place right now in this country, in the world, I would imagine as well, where we have to be more mindful about what we're spending on things that aren't necessities. Makeup is not a necessity. But one of the most amazing things that I've noticed about drugstore makeup in the past 10 years is the fact that makeup in the drugstore sector, I should say, has gotten so much better in quality and performance than it used to be. There was a time when e.l.f. Cosmetics had two different, I guess, types of makeup on their website. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was their studio makeup, which was in all the black packaging. Then they had their just regular everyday essentials brand within the e.l.f. brand. So I remember the studio stuff worked obviously better than the essentials, but now it seems like e.l.f. has completely revamped everything. And I've found products like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer is a almost perfect dupe for the Milk Grip Primer. I can't tell you how much I love this primer. I have actually a travel size and a full size because I love it that much. I absolutely love the formula of this one. No one brand that I know of, and I might be wrong, if you're a legal expert when it comes to things like this and you have more insight than I do and more knowledge, please educate me. I don't think any one brand can say, we own this color story, or we own this layout, or we own this color in particular that you happen to use in this palette that looks like ours. And so I'm kind of laughing at Charlotte for saying, you can definitely try, give it a go if you want to. You're not going to succeed when it comes to creating or recreating the Charlotte Tilbury-esque look. Girl, there are people who are beating their face with stuff from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and it looks fucking flawless. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with beauty on a budget, especially when it's inspired by something like Charlotte Tilbury or like Urban Decay or like MAC or whatever else brand you want to think of as an example. I don't see the issue with being inspired by other brands and trying to replicate or deliver a product that is not as expensive as the original but gives the same quality. There's nothing wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with that. And so her video, it just made her look so unlikable. Very elitist, it seemed. Very like high nose, highbrow, like I'm better than you type thing. Don't like that. I don't think it's gonna go very well for her. How do you feel about dupes? Leave your comments down below. Girl, when I saw this video, it threw me for like an existential crisis, because what the fuck do you mean that Dramageddon was almost 10 years ago? Okay, let's start there. As someone who was there as shit was popping off, who was making content, boom, 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 like multiple videos sometimes a week, sometimes a day, depending on what the fuck was happening. Like at that point in my life, I was on bed rest because I had a high risk pregnancy with Aurora. So I had nothing but fucking time to sit on the internet and just grab shit as it came out. And girl, can I tell you how fucking crazy that time of my life was on the internet? It was insane. And so one of the most like eye-opening experiences I've had in recent weeks has been watching the people who are kind of like nostalgic about the time period bringing back Dramageddon, bringing back the TanaCon situation, bringing back Shane and Jeffree, bringing back Shane and Tana, bringing back all of the messiness of the late 2010s. I really wanted to talk about this because I believe as of this year, it's been 4 or 5 years since the passing of Here for the Tea, Sam, who, in my opinion, was the blueprint for drama channels, commentary channels. There is no one like Sam. There never ever will be someone like Sam. No one is doing it like Sam now. Back then, now, in the future, no one's going to do it like Sam. She really was in a league of her own when it came to creating content and bringing the receipts to on a level that no one was really able to replicate. And it's so sad that we are missing her commentary in a lot of what's been happening in recent years. So when I saw Manny's video and I saw the caption and I saw his face where he was just like, can I tell you, I was like, I know exactly who would have been the first person to like that video and share it. And it would have been Sam. And it inspired me to go back and watch my Dramageddon videos on my YouTube channel here. Honestly, I hope he does. I hope one day, and I don't know when that day is, I'm sure the NDAs, you know, I don't know if there are NDAs or if it's just a matter of him wanting to keep out of any drama with pieces of shit like Jeffree Star and everyone else. But I hope there's a time where he is able to speak his piece, because I feel like he bore the brunt of so much fucked up bullshit and bullying after Dramageddon kind of happened because of Jeffree, at Jeffree's direction. And I think it's bullshit. I think it's horrific. Manny was innocent. He didn't deserve the shit that he had going towards him. One of the reasons why I really looked up to Sam was the fact that she was not afraid to clock anybody. And I mean anybody. She loved me, and I know that. I've heard from people who were her A1s from day ones who reached out to me after she had passed away and told me all about the things that she would say about me. And she showed that support to me in person. If you were here back in the day when I was doing like podcast things, like doing like live streams where I would just sit and chat, Sam was the first one to be in that chat room and saying, "Hey girl, I'm here." Like, she was so supportive, so kind, and she truly lifted me up in ways that I had not seen or felt by any other creators. And that was on a regular basis. I truly owe Sam so much love and adoration, because she made what I did here fun. But one of the most memorable moments I had with Sam as a colleague, as a friend, was when she straight up clocked my ass good. She said, "Girl, I love you down, but like, you're wrong about Manny." And she provided receipts, and I felt like a shitbag for how I had talked about Manny. I was part of the problem. I'm not afraid to admit it. I've since, and I'll get to that in a second, been able to kind of rectify those things. But Sam was not afraid to speak up to anybody and defend her friends when needed. But she was also the first person to hold Manny accountable, to hold me accountable, to hold anybody accountable when they may be doing something that was not right. or saying things that were considered misinformation. She was the first one to hold people accountable, and I respect her so much for that. And so going back to Manny and why this whole thing is about Manny and Sam and everything. Sam was the reason I was able to actually get in touch with Manny directly. And I reached out to him at the height of everything when Dramageddon was literally, I mean, day to day, there was new receipts. Jeffrey was saying something else and shading everybody day to day. I mean, a Snapchat was fucking lit. I will say that. Like, there was always a video being posted from Jeffrey and he was shading somebody new, and there was things on Twitter being posted, and like, so there was all sorts of shit happening, and all the while Jeffrey's stands are attacking and cleaning house of everybody who was in that fucking picture. But specifically, Manny was the one who was getting his ass kicked all over God's creation for something that he did nothing wrong. He was just there. And so I'm talking about everything and creating content and making videos and uploading it, and I don't remember exactly what I said. If I can find the video, I'll put the clip here. But Sam reached out to me and was like, girl, you have it all wrong. I mean, if you were there, you probably remember, for some reason, yes, Laura was dragged. Yes, Gabriel was dragged. Nikita was dragged. But no one got it as bad as Manny did, you know? And I mean, it was merciless. And so when Sam reached out to me and said, girl, you got it all wrong, and she provided those receipts, and she said, you really need to rethink how you want to discuss this because you have it all wrong. It was probably one of the most transformative experiences I had as a content creator on this platform. Not only did she come to me in such a polite, professional way to say, hey, this is not it. She then was able to connect me to Manny. I asked her if she would be able to facilitate a meeting between me and him where I could talk to him directly and apologize for my part in everything. And I did. And I got to a point, actually, I'll put the clip here, where he actually mentions me by name and says, thank you for treating me like a human being.
I want to personally say thank you so much to Sam for being there for me last year, the way you were. She helped me so much, and she helped get me back up when I didn't want to get back up. So I want to say thank you to Sam for being there for me, because I didn't think that I would be here today at all, ever. And you knew I would. And so I want to say thank you to you for being there for me and being a great friend, because you have been. I also want to say a quick shout out to Peter Mon, to Sebastian Williams, and to Beautea with Ashlee. I want to quickly just say thank you to you three for treating me like a person and DMing me and asking if I was okay. You know, I know we're not best friends, and I know we're not super close, but I want you guys to know that it meant the world to me that when I was going through a hard time, you guys reached out as human beings to another human, asking if I was okay. So I want to say thank you to you three for doing that.
I didn't feel like I deserved that at all. But what broke me was when Manny's father then reached out to me and thanked me for apologizing and treating Manny like a human being. Because while I did apologize, I also then asked him how he was doing and told him that I was by his side and that I would defend him. And I felt terrible for what was happening. I mean, the bullying was to a point where it would cause any normal person to straight up end their life. That's where it was at. And it was disgusting. And so Sam's involvement in that and helping me realize my wrongdoing in such a kind way, without being mean about it, without having any sort of ill will towards me. She was so genuinely kind and caring about people that she cared about. Manny was one of those people. And I know for a fact that if this ever were to come to fruition, if Manny ever had the moment where he's like, you know what, I'm tired of sitting on this information for as long as I have, this needs to just come out and I just want to talk about it and be done with it, I know Sam would be the first person to be standing behind him. I would proudly be right behind her. Again, there is no one who is doing it like Sam. There is no one who ever will do it like Sam. She was in a league of her own. And how I feel about her is that she is very, very, very much missed. And it's not been the same since she's been gone. I may be over influencers, but I will always have a soft spot for Manny. And so, with that being said, I can tell you confidently, as over influencers as I am, I'd be the first bitch sat at my sofa with a hair mask on, a face mask, a bottle of wine, and some tissues, and I'd be sat for that documentary if it ever were to come to fruition, because I feel like it hasn't been done yet. We have a lot of people who are starting to go back and be nostalgic about that time period, but as someone who was actually there, they're not really even touching a lot of like the drama that happened in the background. That there was a lot. Like, even within the drama community, the commentary community, there was a lot of shit going on. Like, it just, whoo, girl. There was people being paid by Jeffree Star to say certain things. He was sending people products and shit. I mean, it was insane. Also insane just how deep Jeffree had his well-manicured claws dug deep into the drama community. It's been about 10-15 minutes, so I'm done with my face mask, so I'm going to end the video here, but I wanted to first just say, I want to know what you think about everything. How do you feel about the dupes? How do you feel about Charlotte Tilbury, what she said? How do you feel about Manny's video? Do you think anything will come of it? If it were to, what would you want to be discussed and have come to light in those kinds of videos? Let me know down below. But as for me, I'm all done for tonight's video. I'm gonna go relax and edit, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.